On June 13th, 2024, in Yosemite National Park, my friend Gavino and I embarked on a backpacking trip with some goals in mind of what to do and where to go, starting here at the trailhead. Like in most things in life, we had to be patient and comfortable with not knowing and anticipating, but that's part of the process. This is the visual story of Alder Creek. So after a little more than 7 miles of inclines, declines, bushwhacking, crossing creeks, and beautiful views and sillies and giggles, we found ourselves at Deer Camp, this little makeshift area. We're now seeing what it was, assuming that a lot of people camp there, and it's somewhat established. So we were told that if we find a spot where there's big rocks, extra big rocks, kind of set up in a ring, in a square, that those are places we can set a fire. And so we took advantage of that situation, pitched our tents, had some food, and considered what we're gonna do the next day. And yeah, that was day number 1 of our Alder Creek Trailhead Yosemite experience. So this is next morning. We had a 5 a.m. wake up call. Um, we went to sleep early, so we got a lot of rest. And we had a bear sighting around 6 o'clock right there by those bushes at the bottom of the screen. And it came up on its hind legs. We guessed it was around 8 to 9 feet tall. It was a really big black bear, beautiful. And after a second or two, it kind of went down on all four and took off up the trail in which we were gonna walk on. And what a beautiful moment. Gave us pause, kind of scary, very poetic, but nonetheless was a big part of the trip, I think. And yeah, so this is day 2, spoiler alert, last day of our trip. So from Deer Camp, we went about 6 miles to get to Chilhuana Falls, which you just saw. We took a little dip, reset our bodies, and considered the next step, whether we're gonna stay still and take a rest or continue forward and try to hustle through the rest of the mileage to get back to our car and maybe just call it a day. what we decided to do is go forward and call it a day. So here's the rest of it. So we made it from Chilnwana Falls and we walked the 2,000 feet descent in 4 miles. Pretty wicked on the legs and the knees as we anticipated, but we made it to the town of Wawona, which is cabiny, people-y, and we hadn't been seeing peoples, and we stopped off for a snack. And yeah, continued to go on to brainstorm what we're gonna do next, considering the time, place, and energies. And so we had two options: either continue on the trail in order to get to the car, which would have taken us maybe another 2 hours or so, potentially getting us into the darkness to walk through to get to the car, or go on the side of the road, hitchhike, go get dropped off at the car. But we weren't having too much luck with that, with both of us. So Gavino made the suggestion that maybe as one person. So I stood on the side of the road as the one person, and this gentleman, Sebas, came by, picked me up, took me to the car. I came back, picked up Gavino, and then there we were on our way back to the valley floor in order to drop off the bear canister and call it a night for our trip. I'm just super grateful for Gavino joining and sharing that time, and also just grateful for our bodies making it that way and doing what it does, and just excited for life. On to the next adventure.